Hi, welcome to Put a Lid on It. My name is Regina, and today we'll be making meatloaf. Meatloaf is just a loaf of meat, salt, pepper, ground meat, and a binder to keep it all together. What you add at this point can either dress it up or dress it down. So let's get started. Today we'll be using ground chuck and ground lean pork. For the binder, we're going to be making a panade. A panade is simply day-old bread cubed, soaked in milk. For additional binder, we're going to use 1 egg. We're going to sneak in some frozen vegetables. I'll be using peas and carrots, some fresh parsley, salt, pepper. We're going to saute onions and garlic. And for just a punch, we're going to add some mustard and Worcestershire sauce. Now, before we mix it all together, we're going to preheat the oven at 350 degrees. While we're here, let's get the baking dish out. Today we'll be using this one. You can also use a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. So let's begin by sautéing the garlic and onions. Over medium heat, pour about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a pan. While that's heating up, dice about 1/4 cup of onions. Pour them into the pan with olive oil. After the onions started cooking, chop some garlic. Just as the onions begin to look translucent, add the garlic. We're adding the garlic last to avoid burning. Burnt garlic is bitter. When the onions are translucent, take the mixture and set them aside to cool. Now, back to the ingredients. Let's start off with the panade. We're using day-old bread, which has been cubed. Pour a little bit of milk. Let's add a little more. Now we just let it soak and put it aside. Now we'll take a small bowl. We'll break an egg into it. Okay, so we whisk the egg. We add some salt, about a pinch or 2. Freshly ground black pepper, to taste, basically. About a squirt or 2 of mustard. That's good. Okay, then the Worcestershire sauce. Actually shake it up a bit. About a teaspoon. That's good. That gives it a bit of acidity. So now we'll mix all the ingredients. We got 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 1/2 pound of ground lean pork, then we take the panade, the bread that we had soaking in milk, and what you want to do is take it in your hand, squeeze. Just squeeze the milk out of it. You don't want it too wet. Now we add the onions and garlic that we had sauteed. Peas and carrots. And this is basically whatever vegetable you want. And we've got our egg mixture. The best tools you've got are your hands. Just start mixing it. Don't want to over mix it because you don't want to toughen the meat. But you just want to make sure that all the ingredients are incorporated. take the meat, put it in the pan, we shape it into a loaf. Doesn't have to be perfect. Make a little reservoir in the middle. Now it's ready to go into our preheated oven for about an hour and a half. For the first half hour, we'll cover it with aluminum foil, loosely. After a half an hour, 40 minutes, uncover it, and we'll brush onto it, we'll brush a barbecue ketchup combination. It will be delicious. So let's go. And now we get down to our topping. 2 ingredients, simple. Ketchup, and it's pretty much up to you as to how much to put of each. Your favorite barbecue sauce. And we'll add a little salt and pepper. Just mix it up, get it all incorporated, and taste. Perfect. Now that it's out of the oven, remove the aluminum foil, and we are going to put our sauce, our topping. Spread it out, and uncover for another half hour. And here's the finished product. All right, let's cut it. Soft, moist. Let's get a good slice here. See, it's steaming. Well, that about does it for the meatloaf recipe. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.